YouTube's happening. It's Friday, December 12th. We're talking basically NBA, college hoops, and NHL because there's 7 games in NBA. That's cool and all, but college hoops only has like 8 or 9 bettable games, and then NHL only has 2 games going on. So I'm pushing them all together again. It seems to work out nicely when we have days like this. So we're going to keep on doing that as long as it makes sense. Let's go ahead and take a look at how yesterday went. NBA was great. Zubac crushed. Clippers covered easily. Over in the Portland, New Orleans, easy. And then that Raynaud, however you say his name, had like 15 points, 9 rebounds, and assists. Beautiful stuff. So that's there. Porter was too busy focusing on his damn triple double apparently to hit threes. He went 1 for 3, and that's all he did. You're gonna have, hey, whatever, cool. College hoop side. App State and St. Joe's both covered. App State won outright on the road as predicted. Beautiful stuff. The numbers are doing their job in college very well. So beautiful stuff. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in one day on the basketball side. Let's take a look at the NHL side. There was a lot of plays. NHL, if you didn't see it yesterday, wasn't as good as NBA or college. I'll tell you that right now. It was more of a day. So we did hit some, like we hit McKinnon, shots on goal. We hit Vergey. We hit there was a few more. We hit Pasta assist. We hit the geeky point. Almost hit the Lindholm assist. Had a goal. And then the other Lindholm had an assist. So close. Dallas, Minnesota had 5 goals with 2 minutes left in the game. I come back after like flipping to another game. I swap over. It's 5-2 all of a sudden. Like, what the hell? Minnesota got 2 empty net goals. I believe that's what happened. I'm sure. I mean, the last 2 minutes, it had to be what happened, right? So then you see some of the stuff here. Brink only had nothing out there. Brink was doing cardio. So you can't, Tampa Bay, New Jersey. Tampa Bay had 8 goals by themselves. Yeah, you're going to have days like that. Cool. So overall, combine all the sports, it was an okay day. I can't be mad at it. So if you want the place typed out for every single sport, or you want access to the spreadsheets for every sport I do, or you just want to come join the chat out with me and several dozen, hundreds other people breaking down games, giving ideas. They give a lot of parlays. I don't do many parlays. You know that, but everyone else does. So come join the chat. It's all there. So, and all you got to do is betterbay.com. It is simple. It's there. Boom. Simple. So enough of that. We have our games. We're going to start with NBA. Then we're going to go to college. Then we're going to go to NHL. And then later today, it's Friday. You know what that means, right? It's giveaway day. Yes. So I'm going to have a video doing the 5 winners of the giveaway. And that's going to be from last Friday all the way to yesterday's videos. Today's video, these go towards next Friday. So that's how it works. So don't forget to watch that later on because I'll do that after I finish this video. So yeah, so let's get to the first game right now. All right, first game we're going to do in the NBA is going to be Chicago and Charlotte. Let's go ahead and pop over here. It looks like Chicago is a 3.5 point favorite on the road. 229.5 is our total. We come over here to our spreadsheets and we just see, ew, look at the lack of offense. 7-game losing streak, Chicago. What are you doing? Have you really lost 7 in a row? Is that right? Are my numbers right? Oh, yeah, they're right. Oh, yeah. You lost to the Pelicans. You lost to New Orleans. You lost to the Hornets. You lost to the Pacers. You lost to the 3 worst teams in the league. How is that possible? You lost to the Nets. You lost to the Magic, the Pacers twice, and the Warriors. How are you that bad? You might be the worst team in the league. That is atrociously bad. Wow. Can I get Hornets plus 3.5 because it's here and their defense is actually decent. Chicago is struggling. I just out of principle. You lost to the Pacers twice, Charlotte already, Brooklyn, and I mean I didn't see a Utah in there. I mean that was pretty bad. So, but damn, New Orleans, yeah, you lost to New Orleans, but all these road games. You're still on the road too. You're back on the road. I'm taking Charlotte. I don't care. You play that bad. I fade you. Sorry. Look. It's right here. You can see them right here. Look at these. Look, Pelicans, Hornets, Pacers, Magic, Nets, Pacers, Warriors. I mean, goodness, good God. You lost at the Hornets by 7. Now you're on the road again at the Hornets. And now, yeah, absolutely. Let's go look at some player props. Maybe we take some of these again. Let's look, wait, lineups. Let's do some lineups. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Pump the brakes. That's not the right game. This is the right game. Here we go. Boom, zoom. Expected lineup, Giddy, White, Okoro, Brazil, Vucevic. Okay, you see everybody there, but you see Simpson, Kahn, Brandon Miller, Bridges. So you see who's out for Chicago. They have a bunch of injuries going on right now. Charlotte, LaMelo's out with the ankle bruise, and Sex is out with the strain. Okay, cool. You see that. I don't care. I see what I see, and I know what I know, and I know that Chicago's losing games they shouldn't be losing right now, and they're losing by 12 points on average in the last 5 on average. So come over here. This is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Sign up. Get you a week for free. It's there. Simple. So let's do this. We'll just go Bulls, Hornets, and do we have anything good we like over here? We got Okoro has a bunch of numbers. Trey Jones has some numbers. I don't want none of these numbers. I don't want none of this. I'm gonna go straight up Charlotte at home. I told you. After seeing who you played to and who you lost to, we're going Charlotte plus 3.5. Give me that. That minus 3.5 feels like a trap if I've ever seen one. So Charlotte plus 3.5 next. Shenanigans. That is. We move on to game 2. Is going to be Detroit hosting Atlanta. Currently, Detroit is a 7.5 point favorite at home with a 232.5. We'll come over here and look at our numbers 5-5, 7-3. Both top 10 in offense, defense. Atlanta slacking a little bit on points, but I mean, they're both very fast paced. So we have great scoring, we have great pace, and we have a bunch of averages in there. I'm kind of leaning over if the total's nice. Currently, we're sitting at a smooth 237 and defensively 234. So we have a really tight window. Our total is sitting at 232. So we have our window. The total's down here. We could go over. We have a little bit of cushion towards an over, like 3 or 4 points. Nothing crazy. So we could do that. Let's go look at our lineups and see who we have in this game, just to make sure the right people are playing. So because you need the right people. So Daniels, Walker, Alexander Walker, the whole team's there. And then except for usual, Trey's still out in the spring. You got Pangus is 6 still, so that means Okongwu's going to go dominate. So Okongwu versus Durant, that's a hell of a matchup. Detroit side, you see who's there. We go to Detroit, we see who's out. Cool. So props it is. Let's go over here and load them up. So I'm still leaning over, definitely leaning over in this one. I want this one. And we have a lot of green, and they've been doing good. Jalen Johnson, 43. He's had Jalen Johnson's been balling out that much, huh? All right, we'll take a look at it. What else we got? We got Sarah Thompson. We can look at that. We got who else we got? That's about it. That's about all we have. I think I like the over. I think I like it. You can see what he's done, 54, 55. He's averaging 54 and a 43 on the PRA. Damn. Detroit's average at everything. So, I mean, offense and defense. So I don't see, look at these numbers, 16 assists, 18 rebounds, 21 points 2 games ago, 12, 12, 30. I mean, if you're curious what the man's TD3 is, I got you, plus 285. This man is balling out now. You want him to stop balling? Don't worry. I'll bet on him real quick. He'll stop. Don't worry. So I'm going to take it. Sometimes you see this. I can go Jay Johnson over 43.5 PRA. I can grab that for a minus 104. I'm down for that. Sure, why not? Who else the other one I said it was gonna be a sore? Nah, I don't love that one as much. He's too consistent on the number. We're taking Johnson for sure, and I will take the over 232.5 next. Moving on from Detroit, we're going to Philadelphia in Indiana. Fun matchup. Nobody cares about really. Philly 6.5 at home, 224.5. Let's look at the numbers and everything. Philly can't hit twos. What the hell happened here? They can't shoot. They're playing good defense, obviously. You see the numbers. They're playing great defense. They can't hit twos. They're bottom 6 and 3s. Rating not good, but they're fast as hell. They're fast as hell, boy. So, what do we do here? Indy is also the flop side of it. So far, I can't bet on a team shooting 43% of the field. I just can't do that. That doesn't work for me. So it shouldn't work for you either. So let's go look at the lineups. Who's in the game? Is this a game Embiid's playing or is he not? Who knows with Embiid anymore? He's hurt. He's not hurt. He's taking days off. He's resting. Nobody knows. Let's see. Let's come on down. See, he's probable. Hey, Maxey. What's wrong with Maxey? Maxey, what's wrong with you? Left knee. Illness. Yeah, I can't trust this game. If the 2 star players are going to be banged up, I damn sure don't trust Paul George. I don't trust VJ. He's a rookie. I don't trust anybody on this team. So, yeah, I'll show you the props. Don't worry. I will show them to you, but then I'm going to be passing to another game. So, here you go. There you go. You want to take Quentin Grimes? You want to take a sick Maxey? You want to take Jay Huff, maybe? Maybe. You could. You could do all of these if you'd like to, but mainly Maxey. And the 39, that tells you everything. Yeah, they're like, he's sick. We'll bump him down a little bit. No. PASS is, yeah, no lean. I'm absolutely passing this bad boy. Next. Game number 4 is going to be Washington hosting Cleveland. Washington is a 14.5 point dog at home with a 242.5 total. We come up and look at the numbers and red, just red, everything red. Oh man, that is a red run right there. That is crazy. 22. Cleveland can't hit threes anymore. They forgot how to hit threes. They're only shooting 30.6. They're the worst team in the NBA at threes in the last 5 games. Did you know that? Now you know. 22nd and twos. You see all the information there. Great. Let's go look at the lineups because, I mean, Cleveland can't shoot, but man, Washington can't shoot either. At least Cleveland has some defense, but 14.5 is ridiculous. This is also another pass. I'm going to warn you right now, it's a pass. I just want to see who's in the game. There might be a prop I like. You never know. There's your team there for both sides. Here's your Cleveland injuries. Here's your Washington injuries. Yep. Let's pop over. Let's go ahead and look at the Cavs and get rid of that. And we have almost no props. We have Bub to hit a couple threes, and then Jalen Tyson. If you really want to ball out, is he really balling out like that? Let's take a look. I mean, he is balling out like that. I mean, there's been a couple, 3 games where he's run the line, then a couple pops. So if you want to take it, you could. The hell is this book? The Score has a book now? Huh? That's new. I use the Score app. I use 2 apps to get my scores that I use on my phone. I use the Score app, which it bugs out all the damn time. And then I also use the Real app, but I've just been using Score for so long, I just kind of default to that one. But the Real one's pretty good too. So I didn't know they had a book now. That's new. That's new. No, I'm not doing this game. I'm moving on next. All right, moving on from Washington, we're going to Memphis versus Utah. Currently, it is Memphis 7.5 to 240.5. We go sheets, we load them up, we look at the numbers 10v26. So inside scoring for Memphis should be good. Defensively, Utah is going to struggle inside the arc. You can see 3-point line, they're all canceling out, nothing there. Defensive rating, they're both very fast though. Defense for Utah is kind of we could potentially see it over here if both teams go as fast as we think they're going to go. So offensive wise, we're looking at about 228. Defensive wise, we're looking at about 235. So we have a 228 to 235 range. Our total sitting at 240, which is up here. So we could potentially go under, but I'm not going to go under against teams that are fast. So totals out. Memphis at home by 7.5 does make sense, basically because they can actually shoot and Utah can't stop it. So yeah, and see, they're 7th in points in the paint. They're getting 54 points. They're focusing more inside scoring versus threes, and that's working out for them. So Utah might be in trouble today. So yeah, I'm definitely leaning some Memphis by 7.5. So let's go look at our own lineups. Just to take a little peek ski, make sure the right people are there, because you never know. You never know till you know. So let's see, George. George is in the running for my Sweet Prince of the Year. The way he's been, he does his job usually. It's quite nice. And other than that, Jaws back. Is this the first game back? I'm not sure. I think it is. He's questionable with what? With right calf strain. Can I just click on this? What's going on with you? Let's see. Blah blah blah. Yeah, clear. That doesn't tell me nothing. That tells me nothing. Let's go. All right. Let's go to props. Let's go see what we got. Get rid of you. Drag this over. Let's change this over to Jazz and Grizzlies. And you see who do we have some jaw lines. If we see jaw lines, we know he's going to play. If we don't see lines, he's not going to play. Simple as that. Morant up. There's some Morant lines. I mean, I told you the other screen, I got the same thing, but whatever. We got a whole bunch of lines for him, and he has not played since November 15th. So I'm intrigued. I'm very much intrigued now. So you can see how he did before that. They had him at 30.5 PRA. And who has lines for him? Everyone. Yeah, he's playing today. I'd be shocked if he doesn't play. So, but I'm not taking it. So I'm still heavily, now I'm even more leaning Memphis, because he's probably going to be on a pitch count too, right? You assume. So let's see what else we got here. We got Santi. We got, well, wait, go to the top actually. 100%. We got Filipowski. All right, we'll look at that. Cam Spencer, Filipowski, Walter Clayton. Jalen Wells is always pretty nice. Cam Spencer. We'll grab the Wells PRA. We'll grab the Spencer PRA. Let's look at the 3 PRs here. So you got Ja, you saw that one. Filipowski has 25.6. Yeah, he's been doing good. Going against Jock Landale, who's starting now, and is that Jaren Jackson? Yeah, Jaren Jackson, that's right. You could take this because 10 and 21. I mean, he's basically doing like a Nurkic. He's basically Nurkic out there. So, except not as good, because Nurkic is a beast. Jalen Wells has been very consistently toward the line. I can't trust that one. Cam Spencer is very, that's a nice little arch he's been popping off on. He just needs to get 17 points, and he's done that. But now with Ja coming back, it's going to take away some shots. You know this. So I kind of want to go Filipowski. If he's starting, how many minutes is he going to play? He's playing 30 to 36 minutes now. I like this. I think I like a double dip here. I think I'm going to double dip. Go ahead and do this, do that, do that, do that, do that. So I need to grab all of this and drag all of it down. Like that. So, and then I need to grab all this and drag it down like this. Perfect. So in this one, I am going to take the Memphis minus 7.5, 6.5, 7.5. We'll take that. But I'm also going to take Filipowski Ski over. I'm gonna take the 20.5 PRA. I'm gonna grab that for minus 105. Is it 105? Because that's BetMGM. I can't use that one. Hard Rock 105. Nice, good stuff. So I'll take those two next. All right, next up is Brooklyn and Dallas. And I kind of looked at this one already, and I just you'll see. Here, let me show you. Dallas 7.5-point favorite at home, 221.5. Basic stuff, right? Of course. We go to sheets though. We do have a couple leans for Dallas in the shooting department because Dallas' offense has been doing pretty good here in the last 5 games. 52% from 2, 42% from 3, which are both third in the league, which is nice. They're shooting great. They're focusing on inside more. They're getting 52 points per game in the paint, which means they're heavily focused inside versus Brooklyn's 47%. That's going to be a nice little matchup. They should be able to hit some threes. They'll pop out threes, drive, dish, things like that. Good stuff. Brooklyn, it's focusing more on the outside. You can tell they're not getting many points inside because they're taking more threes and they're only hitting 37%. So given it is top half of the league, not where you want to be, it's even worse on the road. So Dallas by 7.5 could be a play. Could be if you really wanted it to be. I really don't want it to be though. So based on this lineup, here are the lineups. There you go. So nothing here inspires confidence in me to take a side. So let's go look at the props. It has a lot of NBA has a lot of games today, but some of these games are just straight garbage v garbage. And it's like kind of wild. So let's go. Not that one. Not that one. We want the Nets. Yeah. We have a lot of props for. You can take Najee if you want. I'm not opening any of these because you can see I'll kind of slowly go through them. You can take whoever you want. You can see the odds here and what percent they hit. I'm not taking these. Remember, you get a free week of this stuff and you can use it. Look up your own stuff. So I'm passing on this one. I'm moving on next. All right, last game in the NBA is going to be Golden State and Minnesota. Finally, a good game. I guess Atlanta Detroit's a good game too, but everything else is just not. So let's pop that open so you can see it. It is currently Golden State 1.5 at home versus Minnesota. 231.5 is our total. Let's go to the sheets, take a look, and see number one defense across the board is Golden State's balling out defensively. So offensively, if they get the shots to fall at home, because you see they shoot way better at home than they do on the road. Oh, last 5 at home are the exact same amount. They just shoot the same amount of threes no matter where they are. That is actually hilarious. Golden State's very consistent. They're average. That you don't see that often. So, damn, look at the difference in twos. That's crazy. So Minnesota's shooting great at home. They're actually shooting worse. They were shooting amazing on the 44. Now they're 49, which is only 9th. So, yeah, do with that what you will. So, and they're only shooting 43, which is crazy. So, defense great, under potentially. I don't know doing this one. Let's go look at the lineups. I don't know. Let's go see. Let's get back it up. Is Curry playing? That's the main thing I care about. He's probably not playing. He's probably still out, right? No, he's playing. Sorry, I lied. Curry is playing. Yay. So we got Conley with right Achilles tendonitis. That sounds bad. Ant's questionable with right foot soreness. If Ant doesn't play, Golden State by 50. Hell, Curry's back Golden State anyways. I don't care. I mean, Minnesota's a good team. They're 15-9 for a reason. But they got where's Draymond? Draymond to a PTO? We just letting him take PTO on a Friday? What, do you got to do Christmas shopping? Come on now. Come on. We got Al Horford back soreness. You can see, I'm sure it's something. He's out. Last time I saw a person was Luka was in another country because he was having a kid. So who knows what's going on? But hey, whatever. They don't need him. They got Butler playing the 4 now. And Buddy, Jimmy's best friend's playing now. He's going to start. So, hey, they got Curry. That's all they need. So let's go to props. Let's load them up. Oh, man. Fun stuff. Boop, boop. The hell is this? Anthony Milton has not played many games this season, you could tell. But he does have lines. I don't want to touch. I want to take Golden State at home, but then I can't. I want to hate them because of Curry. But how many games has Curry played? Is this Curry's first game? Has he played another game? Because these last 5 numbers are really going to matter because if he's played or not. Let me see. I need to make sure because I don't remember. He has not played since November 26th. It is December 12th. So he has not played in a good, what is that? Almost 3 weeks. So these numbers here are all reflecting no Curry in the game, but Curry is playing today. He's in the lineup. No designation with injury, which means those numbers are going to only get better. So defense is going to stay deep, probably awesome. I'm taking Golden State. I don't care. We're going home. Curry back. GS minus 1.5. Give me. I'm good. That's all I want there. So that is the entire NBA schedule for the day. Let's pop up. Now, tomorrow, Saturday, they are doing the semis of the Cup. Yay. The Cup's almost done, thankfully. So I will do these 2 tomorrow. I think we're doing another group video. Yeah, I said that. It's gonna be, this is the group video for tomorrow. It's gonna be the 2 NBA games, the 2 college football games, because yeah, you got Army, Navy, and you got Boise, Washington in a bowl game. Those 2 are tomorrow. And then I'll also throw in the Saturday not Saturday NHL. It'll just be those two. College football and NBA are going to join forces. College gets its own video. NHL gets its own video because, oh my God. So that's cool. That's it. We are done with NBA. Let's go ahead and bounce on over to, where's it? There's College Basketball Friday. All right, time for some college now. So we have a very short slate you see here. I have a grand total of 8 games we can bet on. That's it, because everyone and their mama's playing tomorrow. That is going to be a massive slate of games. I'm already getting ready for it just mentally, because that's a lot of damn games. You know I can't cover every game, so if you want the spreadsheets for every game so you can bet on 1,000 games, you got to be a member at Better Bet. Perfect timing. Look at that. Selfless plug. Why not? Let's go in. We got 8 games. First game is going to be this one. Bang. Let's go over here. Now, if you're not aware, this is more of a conversation. We kind of roll through each one. I show you the spreadsheet. We talk about it. It looks good. Cool. I've been feeling the college sheets here this week. It's been kind of a nice week. We went 2-0 yesterday. 2 dogs. 2 dogs. 1 outright winner dog. 2 on the road at that. Beautiful. So the numbers have been numbering. I shall say that. So let's go ahead and see. We have UMBC with the dog of Army 4-7. Now we see 34 v 230. Instantly, I'm leaning UMBC because they're shooting 61% in the last 5 games. Good stuff overall. Army's defense, you see how that matches up. 23 versus that. Everything else cancels out except for a little bit of deep. Basically, UMBC is going to do quite well inside the arc. Our current line, though, let's see what it is. It is currently UMBC 7.5 at home. I don't know if I love that one, though. So points in the paint, you see 58 here for UMBC. They're focusing heavily on scoring inside, which is what you want to do when you're shooting that well. If they continue to do that, they'll take advantage of Army giving up damn near 53% inside the paint. That should translate to a handful of points right there. They're also at home. That should also translate to points. Army's 4-7. I don't love that. They don't score in the paint, which is good because they don't shoot that well. Army focuses on threes. They're a 3-point team, which UMBC can shut that down. They're allowing 29%. You shoot 29%, you're losing by double digits. Sorry, you just are. So both teams do not get blocks and steals, which means there's no real inside presence on defense. They do get rebounds and assists, though, so they do move the ball around. So there's going to be a lot of open threes, probably. I'm going to leave this one alone, personally. If you made me pick, I'm taking UMBC at home by 7.5. Could they cover? I think they probably still cover, but I am not inclined to take this. Let me put it that way. And this game is also at 6 o'clock. So it's the first game of the day. I'm going to move on to the next game, which is going to be Queens versus SC State. Now, here's a game. Now, it's Queens by 16.5. I see that now. I'm a little angry already because I'm like, damn, I was hoping for a good line. The odds makers know the stats too. They ain't just us. So, but I see 58% versus 59%. How are you so bad at defending? And you can't shoot. So that 249 means nothing to me because you can't shoot well. 19 v this. Now, Queens is very split. They do focus a little bit more on the inside because they're 129. They're not like the 200 range. If they were 200, they'd be split about 50-50. So 35 points of their 87 points are coming inside the paint. The rest are coming via free throw and threes, which they're hitting their threes too. So Queens is good no matter what. Now the question is, because SC State 0-10, 10-game losing streak, are they going to get blown out? Because the last 5 games, they've lost by an average of 15 points. Away games, they have lost by 26 points on average. Queens is winning their games at home by 17. The spread's 16.5. Now, the last 5 is only by 4. So who has Queens played in the last 4 games is my next question. So let's go see. They have played, Virginia. That factors that number in to make it a lot lower. They lost at Virginia 69-94. That makes sense. You lost by 25 points. It's Virginia. You lost to Furman by 11. Okay, not bad. It was on the road. You beat UNC Greensboro at home by 7. Not bad. You beat Sacred Heart by damn near 20. You lost to Duquesne on the road by 6. That's your last 5 games. You also lost to Villanova. You beat Lynchburg. You lost to Winthrop. That's why you're 4-5. Based on these numbers alone, I want to take Queens, but your defense is so bad also. This team, no. I thought about it. I'm not going to do it. Xavier versus Missouri State. I'm breaking each game down a little bit more because there's only a handful of games, and why not? So you squint, you can tell Xavier's better. A lot of things, 65 v 300, 230. These cancel out. Those cancel out. Xavier is clearly, you see this is orange, points and paint. They're focusing more on threes, which is where they want to be. So Xavier, if they hit their threes, which they should, based on their odds, a good percent of it at least, they should be okay. If Xavier's number at home is 18.5. That's even worse than Queens. So, but at least they have some defense. They can play a little bit of defense. So 7-2, but 18 has a lot of damn points. That is a lot of damn points. At home, they're winning by 8. Last 5, they're winning by 11. Have they even beat anybody by 19 points this year? That's a question because I don't think they have. Oh, okay, they beat Santa Clara by exactly 19 points. Shit. They beat Lemoyne by 5 though. They beat Old Dominion by 30. Okay, they lost to Georgia by 1. Okay. Okay. They just beat Cincinnati by 5. They beat St. Francis by 22. They beat Corpus Christi by 21. Okay, I see. I see now. So I'm not taking it though. 18 apps too much. Pass. So I could keep passing. It's great. There is a chance we might go through all 8 games and I don't have a play. Hey, it's possible. It is very unlikely, but possible. So I mean, I could have took UMBC. I could have took Queens. Could have took Xavier, but I'm not going to. So deep, see what else we have in this one. This one's just garbage. I don't even, ew, get off my screen. Oh, this is today, huh? Yukon, Texas, eh? Okay. What do we have here? This game is in Connecticut, not in New York. Good deal. So it's in Hartford. 8v11. You see how that worked? That is a push. 164 this is Texas lean all day. 41 this, that, about that. Texas is the worst 3-point defensive team in the country. If I gave you 100 guesses, would you have ever guessed that? No, you wouldn't have. You would have guessed a team that was 0-10, like the team we just saw, like South Carolina State. Yeah. But they are also 41st at making it. So all this is canceling out to the point, what's our spread? Probably UConn by 14.5. The team that's struggling from 2, they're very slow. Texas is fast. They're struggling here. Texas defense is good. Now, question, who has Texas played? That's a good question. Texas, last 5 games, who have you played? You played Southern, you played Virginia, you played NC State. You got 2 decent ones there. Actually, 2 good ones. Arizona State and Chaminade. So Chaminade doesn't count, and Southern doesn't count really. So you played NC State, Virginia, and Arizona State. That's a nice little group right there. Now, given they're none of them the quality of UConn. We know this because UConn is UConn now. Who's UConn played? Why are you shooting so poorly? You played Florida, Kansas, Illinois, but you also played Bryant, East Texas A&M. So they both played 2 teams they should easily beat and 3 actual good teams. So this is concerning for UConn a little bit. Now they're at home though, so 14 a lot. Texas, I'm taking Texas. The fact they can shoot 2s and 3s. Now they can't stop 3s, but UConn can't make them anyways. I'm taking Texas. 14 plus 14.5, huh? I'm going Texas plus 14.5. If they continue to shoot this poorly, this might be a closer game people think. So give me Texas. Moving on. We got Austin P versus ETSU. I think you clearly see who's better here. ETSU on the road. See if they're worth it. 24 v 329. 161 v 57. Yeah, thank you. That versus that all day. That's kind of a slight lean ETSU. That's ETSU. It's all ETSU. What's our line looking like on this one? East Tennessee State Buccaneers. 4.5 on the road. Yeah, I'll take ETSU on the road. ETSU minus 4.5. I'll trust that because Austin Peay's defense from 2-point line is not good. They're not good, and that's where ETSU is going to shine. Points in the paint, they're averaging 39 of their 83 points is coming from inside the arc. That's inside the arc. This is the paint. This doesn't even include like middies, elbow jumpers, things like that. So floaters even, from not straight on. So definitely taking ETSU. Let's go to McNeese versus East Texas A&M. Look at East. Damn, that's a lot of logos for a team that's 5-4 versus 8-2. McNeese is by 20. I'm gonna tell you right now, I see enough colors here. I can't take 20 points. It's 19.5. You can't shoot 3s. Good thing East Texas A&M going to shut that shit down regardless because I don't care how good of a 3-point team you are. You get a hand in your face, it makes it harder. So it looks like they're getting the hand up, hand down, man down. So, oh man, I can't. Deep, maybe an under potentially. The defenses are shining on the points. They're kind of slow. 20 points, 141. I'm passing. I can't trust this. No. And last game is not good. 121 v 324. That cancels out. That leans Cal Baptist. This is leaning Eastern Washington mainly from 2-point line. They are a 3.5-point dog at home. They are 2-7 versus a 7-3 team. So you're 2-7 for a reason. You're doing something bad. I'm passing. That gives me a whopping, yes, I know, only 2 plays today. Texas and ETSU. I could easily take UMBC. I could have took Queens. I could have took Xavier. The other 3 were just straight passes. Like, absolutely not. No. But the other 3, I could have. So that's it for college hoops. Let's move on to NHL. All right, last up, we got 2 NHL games. Woo! Big time, I know, crazy, right? So remember how we do NHL. We're a lot more aggressive in NHL on the profit hunt side of things. We chase the plus odds because they happen so often. Now, a couple plus odds hit, like maybe like 110, 120 last night. That's cool. We shot for some big game last night. We went for the plus 200, didn't happen, close. Shot for a 185, plus 185, didn't happen, close. Do we have points? We didn't have assists. He scored a goal, so they're out there. We got to hit them. We hit them usually, but it's hunting. Sometimes you'll hit nothing. It happens. So, but damn, is it not fun? It's so fun. I love NHL betting. It's my favorite thing to bet on because of it. So let's go ahead and bounce over here to our odds, and let's go ahead and swap it over to the NHL. We're going to jump in the first game. First game is going to be Chicago in St. Louis. And currently you see it is a pick'em, basically. Slightly in St. Louis, obviously 110. 5.5 is our total. We're going to go up here. We're going to swap this to NHL, like so. And then let's see, are we, yep, we're already on it. Nice. Offense can't score nothing. Defense can't stop anything. So something's got to give here. So who knows what's going to happen. Shots and goals on a thing. So this tells me literally nothing. Great. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate that so much. Let's go see who the goalies are. Maybe that helps us. We have expected a Spencer. Game log 06133. So he's been very average. Then he was great. Then he was shit. Then he was great again. So sometimes good, sometimes shit. You know, that's just how it goes. Yoel's going out there, Mr. Joel Holfa. And 1-4-1. Yeah, you see the numbers. Outside of this one game against Boston, he's been 0-1-1-1. Good stuff. So, props. Load him up. Let's go. This is NHL. Let's hit a refresh. Make sure I got the crispiest lines. Again, go get you a free week. It's there for you. That's all it is. It's a free week. So let's change it to Blues first and go boop. And we see we have very few props. We got, since we only got 2 games, I'll open all these up and see if there's anything we can grab here. We got a couple Bertuzzi. We got some Holloway, and then we got Pavel. All right, so we'll see. Bertuzzi, 2-4 on a 1-5. We want this to be 2-5 because we want that extra cushion. 142 is also pretty pricey for this, for a team that's only taking 26 shots per game. So that's a no for me, dog. Sorry. Holloway, 2-8 on a 2-5 for plus 130, 3-3-3 with a 4. If he had a couple 4s and like a 0, I would be okay, but this ain't good enough. Pass. Pavel, points, 11120, minus 135 on the damn score bet again. Where did they come from? I don't even know. I mean, ESPN bet's gone now, basically. So now it's replaced by the score bet. Did the ESPN sell it? I don't know. Weird things. Pass. Bertuzzi points though. 2-1-0-1-1. He has 132 to get a point. And that would be with 135 for me. A point when 2 teams are combining for 4.2 goals combined? Absolutely not. And oh look, that's all of them. So yeah, this game is cheeks. You know, sometimes there's nothing to bet on, and sometimes it's just nothing to bet on. So we're going to pass on that one. We're going to no lean. We're going to move on to game 2. We're just going to jump right into it because why not? Make it real quick. Get this over with. Seattle and Utah. We got Utah 162 with 5.5. I can bet on Utah now probably because Seattle's been struggling recently. So, yeah, see, I told you they're struggling. I know my stats. I know my teams. So do I know all the players? Absolutely not. Do I know how to say any of their names? Absolutely not. But that's not why you're here. You're here for numbers, not names. So 4th in defense versus 27. That makes me lean Utah. Absolutely. 14 v 31. That makes me lean Utah. Absolutely. Utah 1.5 is plus 158. I'm feeling like chasing that one for sure. So let me just go ahead and, let me go and type Utah minus 1.5 for a plus 158. Just go ahead and type that in there real quick. Let's go and look at our goalies and see who's going to be in net for this one. Joey, who's not been good. 2, 4, 5, 4, 3. He's not been great. Let's put it that way. He's been average to a below average, depending on the day. 2 is his best game he's had since November 23rd. So, I mean, come on. And we want Carroll, who's been absolutely 4-3, 1-0-3-1. Yeah, same story. So I can't trust an over or an under. Who knows in that one? So let's get rid of this, change up to Kraken and Mammoth. And we see our games here. Let's open everybody up. Anybody want to join the list? Anybody? I'll take anybody. The odds are good. Give me good odds, please. Lawson, shots on goal. 1-6, absolutely not. How'd you even make the list? Brandon, we took him last time. Look what he did for us. WAP. Good stuff indeed. So we hit 5 of them. Plus 105 for 3. I shall take that. Thank you very much. I can make a column for you. And we're going to delete this. I said delete that. Then let's go MONTOUR over 2.5 shots on goal for plus 105. Now that's DraftKings. I can't use DraftKings. Florida problems. I know I can't use Scorebet. I never heard of it. I can use Novik plus 103. 103 is my best line. So yay, good stuff. So let's get rid of you. What about Michael's? Nope, nope, not 1524. Downward trend, very pricey. Don't love that. Gunther points 1-2. He had 2-1-0-1-2. 150 is very pricey. Can't do that. Actually, did he have an assist prop anywhere? Let's see if he pops up again. We're going different sports now, so we have very little. So let's open that back up, take a look at his assists. Maybe an assist play might be good. Ah, he got goal. All these are goals down here, huh? Damn. Over a goals plus 185, plus 184 for me. Does he get a goal today? Do we think? Let's look head to head 2025. He does have some goals, but nah. And then Jordan, nothing. So yeah, we'll take those off. I will stick with Utah 1.5, and we'll go for Montour plus 103 to get 3 shots on goal. So from there, I think we need to do a challenge question. Let me go and set that up real quick. Oh, you're gonna hate me. I know. I already can see the hate comments coming in. We're going to level 3 now. This is the start of the week 3 giveaway question. So I told you, the longer we go into this, the harder the questions are going to get. I'm starting you off with a fairly easy one. It's going to get harder, trust me. But I want to get you a little accustomed to it. So we're doing math. Simple math, actually. 3 things, add them up, easy. You got the answers. Only problem is I gave 6 options now instead of 4. Make it a little more difficult. So why not? Let's have a little fun with it, right? I know people hate math. I hate math too. I feel your pain. So if you want that bonus entry, you better be right. So read carefully though. Read it carefully. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. So that's it. Let's go ahead and bounce over back to our schedules. Take a look at how everything's gonna go. Tomorrow we have the Army Navy. You can't even see that. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. There you go. We have the Army Navy football game tomorrow, and we also have the first bowl game of the season between I guess we have this one if you care about the Cricket Celebration Bowl. That'll be on. I didn't know it was on. I knew Boise, Washington was on because I will have that game. I'll cover this game because I don't have stats for FCS. Sorry, I just don't. So we'll do 2 college football. We're going to do 2 NBA, and those 2 will be together in their own video because we can make that, not crazy. Let's see. NHL is going to be their own video because you can see there's a lot of games tomorrow. And then I'm sure, as you remember, tomorrow's college slate is absolutely mammoth, just crazy long. So they'll have their own videos. So there'll be 3 videos tomorrow, each with 3 different challenge questions, each 3 equally as just evil as this one, probably, but probably worse. So this is the easiest one you'll get all week, guaranteed. So that's it. We are done. I appreciate being here. I will see you tomorrow for all of our sports and appreciate being here. Peace.